Hello! Welcome to the Colourful Creativity podcast. My name is Carolien and this is episode 70. You can find me online everywhere as Carolien, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, the works everywhere. There is a Ravelry group for the podcast and my yarn, which is the Colourful Creativity group, in the group section on Ravelry, where else? And I have an Etsy shop, which is carolien.etsy.com or colourfulcreativity.nl. So, welcome to all new viewers, of course, and welcome back to all returning viewers. I'm happy you like it here and stick around. Well, it's been a bit of an hiatus, longer than I wanted. I planned to record a podcast every week, but then the end of the week was there and, well, no time to record a podcast. But I've been really busy. That means I have lots of nice stuff for you. And lots to share and tell. So I'm gonna dive in probably with my knitting immediately. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Carolien. I am from the Netherlands, Enschede to be exact, living on the border, with the border of Germany. That means that my packages ship from Germany, for those of you who have ordered in my shop and are international. Because that way we can save a lot of shipping. It's way cheaper in Germany. I have no clue why and how, but it is, and I'm using that for my advantage. And your advantage mostly. I live in Enschede, as I said, with my husband and 2 cats. And the cats are roaming around at the moment. There might be a Bings down here appearing now. Right on cue, really. This one is really camera happy. Not now at the moment because it's sunny and he wants to lie in the sun. His sister is next to me in the sun on the windowsill. So, yeah, this is mainly a knitting podcast. I also spin. I did crochet, but I don't like that much anymore. And a lot of yarn. I am a hoarder. I love to buy yarn and yeah, I love to dye yarn and everything will be shown here. I think that's enough for an introduction, right? Let's just show you the big stuff. So for the returning viewers, you know I have been knitting a lot of samples with my own yarn. So I would have samples for my first yarn show, Das Bunte Schaf in Germany, near Cologne. And that show was last Sunday. It is now Thursday. So I've been in recovery mode. And actually recovery mode means mostly counting stuff, cleaning the stuff and putting it back in my Etsy shop. The Etsy shop is open and there will be a shop update tomorrow. Probably tonight if you see this, because it's Thursday and I'm gonna edit this on Friday. At least that's the plan. So my first sample shawl I made is the Artemis shawl. It was a hassle to get it finished, but I managed to do so and I blocked it on Friday and we left on Saturday for Das Bunte Schaf. I only made a few photos and one little video of my booth at Das Bunte Schaf. They will be added in the end, and in between I will tell you about the show, etc. But this is my Artemis shawl. The design is by Kingfisher Knits or Madeleine Windsor. And it's not that big, but on camera it's huge. I still have to make photos of it, decent photos. I haven't made any decent photos of all my finished work in progresses. But so yeah, I've been really bad. I'm not sure if I have been showing you the back side or the front side, but well, this little part is where you can play. And in the pattern it suggests 3 rows, 4 rows, 7 rows of a color. Well, I can't do that. My OCD did not permit that. So I wanted them all to be exactly 4 repeats. I did have enough yarn. I have only little scrappies left, which is perfect. I have a lot of the grey left. I didn't put it on the scale yet, but there's only just a little bit of every color left, so you do make use of the minis a lot. And I really, really like how this looks, all blocked and opened. I can tell you, I hated knitting it. I can see there's a snag in here, probably just from the fair, or from putting it on a table and something snagged it. Well, it happens. I would have usually cried and gone all frantic and mental and whatever. No! The problem is I don't like the look of this shawl. It's not my colors. It's definitely not my colors. It's too pastel and too dark grey. I didn't like knitting it. I liked finishing it. So yeah, everyone says it's a wonderful, beautiful shawl. That's allowed. That's why I made it. So you would say, oh wow, that's pretty. And you would buy the yarn. I don't like it. Let's just keep it at that. Not my colors, not my design. And I would say I'd rather be knitting, but this is knitting, so I'd rather be knitting something else. That one there. 4mm higher sharps, if I remember correctly. Yarn, wait, that's why I showed it to you, because of the yarn. Dark grey, it's all smooth sock. I didn't make notes, people, so prepare for a lot of rambling and stuff and things going wrong, etc. Dark grey is Stealing Thunder, Colourful Smooth Sock, same yarn as used, or as I dyed for the Urban Ballerina shirt, which I will show you later. And these minis, Raspberry Sorbet, Sunglasses Please, Highlighter, Mighty Minty, and Bright Eyes. So here you can see the colors together. They work really well together, and I can see that the colors work perfectly together. It's just, they are totally not my colors. What is definitely my most favorite shawl now, I think, is the one I can finally show you, because the pattern came out, I think, a week ago, maybe a little bit more. It is the 13th today, so probably it came out end of August, beginning of September. It was in time for das Bunte Schaf, and this, I can tell you, stole my heart immediately. This is a test knit I did for Lisa, and Lisa is also known as Paper Daisy Creations. So, and this is her make your own look shawl. I started this when my mom was here, sick on my couch, and I was in desperate need of some rainbow project and some luck. So that one just called my name immediately. This thing is huge. It is really, really long, as you can see how long it takes me to go from point to point. And it's, I started it to make, to try out all my minis, and I'm using 12 colors. Originally the design is for 10 colors, and then you repeat 2 colors, so you just use up more yarn from the same mini. But yeah, since I'm an indie dyer and I really love my rainbows, I was like, no, I'm gonna do 12. And with that, I used a very, very fun main color. I think this is the best part to show you. This is Quirky Rainbow. That's a very lightly speckled rainbow. So a natural yarn with a speckled rainbow on it. It's really, really randomly speckled. Very moderately speckled, so not me. I'm usually the throw it all on kind of person. Yeah, this tip was on the ground on my stand, my booth, at das Bunte Schaf. And the floor was sand and hay. Well, not hay, the other one. I'm not sure what it's called. But at least it was very, very dusty and it was really warm and sunny. So we sometimes had like those elephants that have those dust clouds behind when you walk through the savannah. Yeah, wool crazy ladies do that too. They also have those dust clouds and they just came by sometimes. And we were like, what? But yeah, this one is dirty and has to be washed and blocked again. Not looking forward to that because I had to block this in my attic. And my attic floor is full at the moment. I think it's about 3 meters. It's way bigger than my wingspan and it needs to have proper photos taken where I can totally wear this thing. Watch, the lipstick misses. You can see I never wear lipstick, so. Oh my god, this is so wonderful. This is also Colourful Smooth Sock. And this is so nice and light and drapey and beautiful, soft. I could tell you all the colorways I used. I'm not sure which needle size I used. I think it was a 3.75 millimeter. Maybe a 4, but I think it was smaller. I could tell you all the colors I used, but I'm not sure. I think this is Rosita. This is Cyclamino. Then this should be purple with the purr of puss. And this should be Bluebell. Then what do we have here? Sea Life, Blue Lagoon, Laguna, Honey Creeper, Fresh Apple, Hello Yellow, Orange, and Ruby Slippers. That should be correct. And in my project page I wrote down all the numbers, names, etc. So every amount of yarn I used, how many grams per color, so you can decide how many minis you want to take. There's also a wonderful project, someone who used the rainbow gradient instead of minis, and oh, that was drooling worthy, really. I lost my train of thought. First I need a sip of water. My voice is not very stable at the moment since das Bunte Schaf. So yeah, I'm just showing you this again and again because I'm in love with it. I'm so happy I can finally wear it. It's out and I can show it off. So I'll hopefully be wearing this during this episode. I have something wonderful about this to tell you. It came in a collection. And this is not the only pattern I tested. I also tested this one. This is Lateral Quadrants, if I'm correct. Oh, it's a difficult name. I'm sorry if I butcher it. I can actually look it up. I have it in a project bag next to me. Because I only knit one. That was enough for the test knit. And that was enough for me at that moment. Yes, it's Lateral Quadrants. Also, again, by Lisa Ross, also known as Paper Daisy Creations. And yeah, again, wonderful testing. Wonderful to test this one. It's in the same collection as this one, and there's 2 more patterns. There's a hat by Kino Knits. You must excuse me, I do not remember her real name. And Kino Knits also made a pair of fingerless mittens with the same yarn as Lisa used for the shawl. Lots of minis and a main color, and her fingerless mittens are really until here, I think. Really, really long. I plan to make them because the pattern is amazing. I forgot the name. That's really silly of me. But that's what you get when you don't write down notes. But that collection of 4 patterns is now available for only $5. So you get 4 patterns for $5 until September 30th, I believe. So end of the month. Go and get it on Ravelry. Of course, I will put a link in the show notes down here. I don't blog anymore, so it's all down here in the description box or in the Ravelry group. There you can find all the links and infos. For this one, I used Tits Out. If I want exposure, I'll get my Tits Out colorway on Soft Sock. And together with this one, which is Dark Side. And Dark Side is actually, no, this one is Dark Skies. This one going into the shop update this week. So these two together, and I have plenty left. I'm gonna make a second one. I also used this and this one for another project that I'm gonna show you. I finished so many projects, really, it's ridiculous. So this is in here in my little grey girl unicorn bag, so I can make the second one. So I have a nice pair of this. It's such soft yarn. I really, really like it. I think I did it on a 2.75mm needle, but that's in my show notes. So what else did I knit with that Tits Out and Grey? A sample sock. And if you are a returning viewer, you know that I knit a single sock and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna see. This is just a sample sock. But now I have a lovely pair of sample socks and I can wear them together. Just scrappy socks like that. So what did I use for this one? It's Hey There for heel, cuff and toe. From the knit along that CQ handmade and Drie Kleine Schaapjes organized. Then there's If I Want Exposure, I'll Get My Tits Out. This is Dark Side. This is how Quirky Rainbow knits up in this sock. I will show that colorway more this time. Then there is a brand new colorway, or actually the next are all brand new colorways. This is Aster, so from the flower Aster. We have Autumn Aster, as we call it, Herfst Aster. This colorway, this beautiful yellow, is called Goldstorm, and that's also a kind of flower, a Rudbeckia blah 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 Latin thingy Goldstorm. Then we have Pumpkin Season, which is an orange yarn, and it has a lighter spot, which is not really showing up in this one. This one has a bit more orange, but it should be a bit more undyed, or very light orange with speckles on it, and it pulls like crazy around. Then another new semi-solid, because Hey There is going out. There is a dye in there that's not being made anymore, so I had to refurbish a beautiful new teal, and I think I did. So this one, it's a little bit warmer teal, and this one's a bit more muted and greenish, I think. But Steely Dan with steely with teal in the middle, like puns intending and stuff. And this is Mexican Marigold, which is an orange yellow with speckles random of orange, rust, brown and green. So those are all my new colorways, and I'm spoiling the fun of showing them to you, of course, with this, but oh well. I have a finished object. I have a pair of socks, and I hadn't had that in a very long time. So I'm proud of myself for having a pair of socks. All soft sock and fun, etc. Next up, another sample finished. This one is, I haven't shown it in a long time. It's been in my timeout bag for ages. Because I knit this on a 2.25mm needles. And then it didn't fit me with 64 stitches. I just forgot to add some extra stitches. It's me, it's my fault. But I added the afterthought heel in here and I had a finished sample. And this one was really the showstopper of everything. Everyone touched it. Everyone wanted to knit these socks. So, these are rainbow bridges. This is a smooth sock with a dark grey mini of pouring rain. The colorway is called No Rainbows Without Rain. And because everyone asked for it, I am making this into a pattern pretty soon. I hope. I already got help for it, so I am showing you now a work in progress. I have it on this one because I accidentally took the outside yarn and I don't want to break it because that will ruin the color sequence. So I am knitting it now, instead of on Colourful Smooth Sock, also on Colourful Sock. And look at that rainbow bridge. Isn't that's gonna pull around like a mad mofo. I really like that. So there's gonna be options for this pattern. It's gonna be toe up and cuff down. This one will be cuff down. The other one I knit toe up. And it's gonna be my first sock pattern. Bear with me. No clue what I'm doing here. But I hope you like it because I love those socks and I only got so many positive reactions to it and everyone wanted to knit it. So, very looking forward to see all those socks. I hope people are in revelry and tag me. Then, Jesus, I have so many finished objects. It's really the finished object show. Then I have this one. This is also another new favorite. This is the Cosmic Dandy shawl by Julie Knits in Paris. And it's just fabulous. I asked Julie, what should I do? Should I do purple with purple or should I do a pink kid silk? And she was like, no, go for purple. And I'm so happy I did. I am absolutely in love with this. And this thing is huge. It's bigger than my wingspan unblocked. I can almost reach it if I stretch my fingers like this. Yes, it's kid silk. It itches my nose still. But it's fine. I can wear it. It's wonderfully soft. As I said, I didn't block it because it's so nice and squishy down here in the brioche. I added like 3 or 4 extra repeats of the brioche because I had so much yarn left and I was like, could I do that? And then Julie said, yes, you can. I would go on. And other people said it too. Just knit on. And then I was at repeat number 9 and was like, and now I wanted to have it done. And it took me 2 days to do the I-cord bind off. It is a monster. I think it's almost 500 stitches. I didn't count them because I didn't want to. Here you can see how many. That many. Again, it still needs pictures taken. The yarn I used in this one is Colourful Smooth Sock in If I Want Exposure, I'll Get My Tits Out. Then a new colorway, a purple that is all the way up here. Not sure if you can see it, but it's Purple Dandy. And the kid silk is called Cosmic Purple. So this is my Cosmic Dandy. And I named those colorways after this one. I'm not sure yet if I want to offer it as a kit, those 3 yarns together, because I like to give you the freedom, because I dyed up a lot of beautiful kid silk. Oh, by the way, I think this is knit on a 4mm needle as well. I still have to wash it after Das Bunte Schaf because everything had dust on it. I did some really good waving outside. I hope that was enough, but I'm not sure. Yeah. I don't like the idea of a kit. I like to give you freedom because, well, this is also in the shop coming. All of the kit silk, all the colors, beautiful to combine with these colors, and then you can add a speckled in whatever way you want. So I just like to give you freedom and not too many kits. I know you are all very creative in combining things. Then, like I said, I have an urban ballerina update. Look at that. And no, I didn't knit this one myself. I had the luxury of having a sample knitter. And look at how beautiful it is. I really, really like it. I made her use the Dance with the Waves main color, so the dark blue, and the Bride as Fuck set of minis. And the only thing I noticed is that the yellow and the green, so the highlighter and the radioactive, don't have that much contrast. So this particular dye bath was a bit yellowy for the green. But that's fine with me. I really like it. Anyway, and I think she did do a minor change in the pattern because she did a tubular bind off. I had never seen it, but it is so beautiful that I now want to do it on everything. But it's also a hassle, I think, so I still have to learn. And if you think, wow, Carolien, you were really, really good in weaving in all those ends. Well, I told my sample knitter she didn't have to weave in the ends. I would do that because I had so many ends to weave in. It took me 3 days. And actually this one was done the Saturday evening before the show. And I was like, okay, I can either go to sleep at 10:30 p.m. or I can weave in all the ends. And I knew my alarm was set for 6 a.m. I chose to sleep. So I did weave in the sleeves, that end, and this, everything that was visible. And then I put it on a clothes thing. I put it up and nobody saw that the ends were still there. So yeah, now I have time. Now I can finally weave in those ends. And I will, because I want to wear it, because it fits me perfectly. Oh, I'm so happy with that. It was knit in Denmark and we didn't do any measuring. I just told her I want the biggest size and finished. That's all the info I gave. So that was perfect. She had a lot of yarn left and she was actually so kind to send it to me in this beautiful box. It's from a Danish store, Sostrene Grene. We also have one in Enschede, yay. But look at this beautiful box. She wrapped it in paper like a gift. It was so nice. And yeah, I put my leftovers in here. So I keep all the smooth sock leftovers in here. And it's full, so I really have to knit something with these. Like, I'm thinking of a 2-color brioche cowl with these for my husband. I was looking for a brioche pattern for 2 other skeins and people suggested the brioche bandana cowl by Lavanya Patriciella. I'm probably butchering her last name, but by Lavanya. And I think this is a very good combination for a man. So, and he liked the idea, so that's fine. And this is what I have left over from my Cosmic Dandy shawl. Still a fair amount. And from the sample I added enough yarn, and she even had a 50-gram skein left and a little bit more. So even though it was the biggest size, she didn't use a lot of yarn, nearly as much as said in the pattern. So that's really cool, I think. Then, oh god, it's a mess here. So I already showed you one work in progress, my other Rainbow Bridges sock on Colourful Sock in No Rainbows Without Rain. I also have this one, Department of Making Socks Bag by Chatty Cat's Creations, and this is a ho. This is the Impossible Girl sock by, I have to look it up, I'm sorry. Let me find it. There it is. By Madeline Gannon. Impossible Girl socks. It's, I think it's Doctor Who themed, if I remember well. It is a sock with a mock cable pattern on the front. 2 mock cables, and this colorway is again Quirky Rainbow. I hope you can see this. The light is not the best. The sun is shining. So I knit these in my size. This is a size 42, 43 EU size, so 10 and a half. It looks so much smaller, I think. It's in Colourful Soft Sock, which is super soft and super warm and super nice. And I'm actually knitting sock number 2 already. This one has a bit of a different speckle colors. It's totally random, so this one has more red and orange, while this one has more green and purple. But that's great with hand-dyed yarn, the 2 different socks that still go together. Knitting these on high and higher sharp, 2.5mm, my go-to. What can I say? I really like it, and I really have to hurry because I want to finish these by Saturday, because that's the end of the Geeky Fibers School of Sock knit along. And Geeky Fibers is also an indie dyer. Geeky Fibers, geez, Geektastic Fibers. I've been talking to someone who I met at a Geeky Puffin Knit Palooza, and that makes me all messy in my head. But Geektastic Fibers School of Sock knit along. That was running for August and halfway into September, so I really want to get these finished by then. Also putting these into the Whip Wipeout, which is Whip Accountability Knit Along, which is going on Instagram, and probably also for the Fall in Love Knit Along by Half-Blood Regina. I met Regina again at Bunte Schaf, which was awesome. But it was so busy, I hardly got time to talk, and well, it's actually the same as last year when I was a visitor and she was a vendor. So, not much different there. Wow, what else do I have in progress? This. I think last time I was still spinning the singles. I have spun up the singles, all the singles. This is the second bobbin of singles. This is really bright now with the sun, and actually it is kind of bright. This one actually is already plied. I'm not sure if you can see it. I hope so. It's a 3-ply. I still have to get it off. someone is doing the garden with the scraping everywhere. This is how thin it is. And I really hope that means this is a sock yarn. I'm doing 2 bobbins. This is the second one I spun to see if there's a big difference between the first and the second. As for length and well, what weight I'm gonna get. I hope it's fingering and not decay. But I'm happy with both, and I'm gonna knit socks with them because I want to try how my own hand spun works for socks. So then, what do we have? Acquisitions. I have been a fairly silly person with not making notes because now I have forgotten about some acquisitions and I'm gonna get them. So, got everything. First up, what I wanted to show you are these wooden sock blockers. And no, they are not okay. They splinter a little bit, but they were so cute with those cats. I bought them on AliExpress. Like, I needed extra sock blockers for the market, the Bunte Schaf. I was like, oh, I want to try these. I think I'm gonna put some paint on it, hopefully to make it all smooth, shiny and stuff, because, well, the splintering is no fun, I can tell you, and also not good for your yarn on the inside. Do not recommend those. But still, I want to be honest, and I want to give you honest reviews of stuff. I bought that stuff myself, like everything. So then I have my final tits out, the bling bling version. It's by Old Maiden Aunt. Really nice. With sparkle. I'm not even sure if you can see it, but this is gold sparkle with the sun on it. It should show off. I really like it, and not much to say about it. It's so pretty autumnal. I might even combine it with something from myself, something yellow, orange, or something teal. It would be really pretty, I think. Next is a prize I won, and I already told you about the Geek-tastic knit-alongs, and she does a knit-along for sometimes for 1 month, sometimes for 6 weeks, sometimes for 3 months, and she has really awesome, generous prizes. And Amanda is really cool, the dyer behind Geek-tastic Fibers, and I won in a knit-along. And I won this wonderful Black Widow bag, and it sparkles on top. And this one is coming from Stitching Plaza in California, and it even has a little Zen of Kitchener stitch on the business card, which is nice. But with that bag also came a skein of yarn of choice, which is Geek-tastic Fibers yarn. This one in the colorway The Other Guy, and purple and green. What's not to love? I really like that. This is her superhero sock base, which is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 400 meters, and it's really nice and soft. I really like this. So thank you very much, Amanda. And here you can find her info. She has a really cool card. So focus. Yeah, there it is. Here you can find her. And check out her Ravelry group if you want to join in on these amazing knit-alongs. She also has a holiday knit-along going. So it started early, so you can prep early for the holidays. I really love this side of her card, actually. With great yarn comes great responsibility. There you can find her. Then that was not all that I got. Put it aside. I also got a new shipment of silicone wrist rulers in. All colors are back in stock. And I also ordered, to try them out, leather ones. And they come in these cute little tins. I have a teal one. What else? But it's 16" and it's too small for me. Thought I measured it correctly. I measured and I thought it could be either this one or that one, 16 or 17. Probably it's neither. So if anyone is interested in buying this from me or swapping this, I have a 16" wrist ruler in a teal colorway. To go, just a normal one. And I got another one. I have here a dark brown brioche ruler. Not sure you can see that. There in the sun maybe. So it's the brand new brioche ruler in dark brown in 17". It fits. Let me say that I have 19 centimeter circumference wrists, and this fits, but I am very, very fond of my silicone wrist ruler because it's way more flexible and I can't get used to leather. So this one is also for sale if anyone wants to. And yes, I can put it in my shop and blah blah blah, but I'd rather sell it to someone here. If anyone wants to, please send me a private message on Ravelry or send me an email, info@carolien.nl, or any other way. Just do it in a private message. You can also DM me on Instagram, whatever. Just let's keep that conversation private instead of having 6 million people looking at it online, whatever. I just don't like that. Then, I think this is my final acquisition. And it's another project bag. It is an ears bag. A cat ears bag. And this one is from the Flower Fund. And this is made by Fiber Rachel. She also makes those wonderful birdhouse bags. And this is also a very cute design. I really wanted a cat ear bag. And these are for the Flower Power Fund. I need 2 hands for this, so I can show it to you better. Which also means it has a wonderful flower fabric. I think I really like it. It's really, really pink, I know. But I think I'm gonna gift this one to someone special. My mom or my mother-in-law. I still have to see which one. So I have to get more gifts for them or something. I'm not sure yet. But maybe my mom, because she's just going through some family issues time, etc. My gran is not well, and she takes care of my gran very well. Oh, and now I remember I have another acquisition, which I said I wouldn't buy, but hey, I did it anyway. At das Bunte Schaf, I had a wonderful neighbor, Frau Wölfchen, and she had this one lying there. And it is super sparkly with some glitter nylon, and it also has merino and silk, which is really, really pretty. So this was lying there, I think this way around, on the corner next to my booth, and I was like, oh my god, I love that. She also had rainbows with sparkle, but they were sold out instantly. So I was like, meh, no. But I really love these colors together. Dark blue, light blue, other blue, purple, green. Those are the colors I also am really attracted to when I spin. I noticed. Green is some fiber thingy I really like to buy. And then from spinning I don't like it. But with blue and purple I think I really will love it. I am very curious how it will open up. I left it closed because that's just so much prettier. And yeah. Oh, it's actually called Misery. Well, it doesn't look like misery to me. It looks wonderful to me. And yeah, I'm very curious. It will probably be in my drawer for a while and not spun up. Because, well, I think it took me a week to apply this because I didn't have time, because I had to do so many things for Das Bunte Schaf. I still have to ply this one. I don't know, a 3-ply takes a lot of time. I think a 2-ply is so much easier, but 3-plies are just sturdier for socks. And here I am rambling again. So what I'm gonna give you is a coupon code, Colourful 15, which will give you 15% off at the Frogbeak Creations Etsy shop. frogbeakcreations.etsy.com. Wonderful project bags by Monique in Canada. And also I have a coupon code for every newsletter subscriber, valid until Sunday. But if you see this, yeah, probably the newsletter has already gone out because not many will probably watch when I upload. So I will tell it to you as well. With coupon code welcome back, you will get 10% off everything in my web shop, carolien.etsy.com. Also on all the new colors coming. And I will introduce those new colors now. Yeah, oh Pinkster, you are loud. I will start with the Kid Silk because then I have that out of the way first. That really is golden then in the sun. I'm gonna keep it here, just out of the sun. This is Goldstorm on Kid Silk. I love this. And then there's also this one, Marigold. And as you can see, that is just a little bit more orange and this one is more yellow. I have 3 skeins of most of them. I have to say, Steely Dan is already sold out because it's sold out at Das Bunte Schaf. I still have to dye that one up again. But dyeing was not an option this week. This is dark side. The gray I also used for my fingerless mitten. It is also available on Kid Silk. For those of you who would like a gray Cosmic Dandy, that would be really nice as well. You could pair it with a soft sock then. And then I have 2 purples. This is Cosmic Purple, like the one in my Cosmic Dandy shawl. Words. And this is Aster, also available on Kid Silk. So here they are together. This one is more blue tone base and this one more red base. So warm, cool. And then this one was in a drawer and sneakily got away all the time. This is Red Wine. I also have this on mini skeins in the Urban Ballerina set. It has this one as well. And I had it on Kid Silk as well. It just got away when I had my first photography run. So I'm gonna put the Kid Silk in the bag again, otherwise everything will have hair. Mohair. I do understand that now. So, look, very big bag of mohair. Kid Silk. I really wasn't a big fan of it, but now I think I'm a convert. It's still, winding a ball of kid silk is scary because you have that weave. I'm not sure. It's just like everything sticks together and I'm like, oh dear, this is never gonna work out. And then you have that ball when you're winding and very slowly and it just works out. You're like, wow. So, introducing gray. Gray, gray, gray. We have Dark Skies. Keep it here, Carolien. This one is heavily variegated. So, tonal with huge variation. It goes from almost black to very light gray. As you can see, it's very, very random. Then we have these two. These are Dark Side. Actually, this one is still called Thunderstruck, but I decided they are the same. This one is just more variegated than this one because that's a base difference, but I also have that on the other colorway. So this one is also Dark Side. Dark Side, soft sock, sock. Sock just takes the dye more better, well, less variegated. I think that's the best word. Then introducing new kid on the block, Steely Dan. Beautiful teal. This is actually my favorite. I have that on Donegal, Donegal Rainbow and Donegal Normal. I have it on soft sock, sock and smooth sock. So 5 bases. I have been covering all my bases. Then also very, very happy with this one. This is Pumpkin Season. And Pumpkin Season is available on soft sock, smooth sock and sock. All the sock yarn. But you could also knit a sweater with it, of course. You will get some really nice pooling, I think. And I will open up a skein for you so you can see how it looks. You've got really nice pumpkin orange and there's 2 sides of, so like in the middle or at the ends, how you want to do it. But the sun is shining in, but I hope you can still see it. It's a really, really nice colorway. At least I think it's really, really nice. I love it. But I'm a big pumpkin fan and a big orange fan. Then these two, Purple Dandy, soft sock, smooth sock, same as in my shawl. You already saw Marigold on Kid Silk, and Marigold is also available on Donegal. It looks a lot less orange. It looks really nice and warm yellow on this Donegal base. So normal Donegal and rainbow Donegal, normal Marigold, and these are Mexican Marigold, which means the base of the Marigold is the same. The color, yeah, the slight yellow orange color, but I speckled it, and I think you can see it best on this one. It has green, brown, reds, orange. Sock, soft sock, smooth sock. In the meanwhile, I'm tearing down my beautiful backdrop. This is Goldstorm. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Also soft sock, smooth socks. Sock, Donegal and rainbow Donegal. And also of course on Kid Silk. And then last but certainly not least, one of the most difficult to photograph colors, Aster. And Aster is here. Soft sock, smooth sock, sock, Donegal rainbow, Donegal normal, kid silk, and it is a cool purple. I really like it. I have actually got autumn Aster in my garden, and it's this color. It's what I see when I look out my kitchen window where I dye. So the inspiration was not that difficult to get. And what I really like is those Donegals together. Look at this. It's not just perfect. I can totally see my preference of yarn changing through the seasons. I really like Donegal now, but if you give it to me in summer, I'm like, no thank you. It just reminds me of autumn. And I'm not sure. I really want to knit something with these two, but I also might do a combination of bases. Yes, you hear that correct. I said it. Using this one as a main color and this one as a contrast color. There is some kid silk on it, always nice. Oh no, it's not kid silk. It's my beautiful fiber bed that was against it. I'm thinking of knitting a Zweig sweater. Zweig, how you want to call it. German would be Zweig. So in this one, and then this as the yoke contrast color. Not sure yet. I've got so many ideas to knit, and also so much yarn to knit, but time, that I don't have. So with that, I guess probably time to end this podcast. Subscribe to the newsletter to find out when updates are, to have early access to coupon codes, etc, etc. I promise I won't send too many emails. I hate that, actually, sending too many emails. Probably be the first to know about my pattern coming out. I hope it will be somewhere between now and the Knit Tea Retreat, where I will be vending. I hope to have it available at the Knit Tea Retreat, so I can give away a pattern, or probably just at least point people to my pattern, because I will have the socks there as samples for the yarn. And oh god, it's getting warm. The sun is almost on me, but it's a lovely shawl to wear. Well done, Lisa. Yeah, before it gets even more rambly, of course, I will end this podcast with just saying that the newsletter link is down in the subscription box, instead of telling you the link, because that's really not useful. And I hope to see you back in 2 weeks, and if not, I will see you when I see you. Bye bye.